obligation to deal with this issue.
Absolutely, but the social sciences are a mess. And I think that's because of the intrinsic difficulty of doing science in this area. This is a very, very difficult area to do, partly because the system observes and responds. So if you're studying the physical properties of the moon's not there looking at you saying, I see somebody studying me and I see something about to happen, and so the moon is going to respond. The moon's a moon. Whereas a society that is experiencing the impacts of climate change and migration, or what you lard on whatever biblical disaster you want to have as a result of climate change onto this, the society looks at the system and it responds in different ways. And our ability to understand how the response is structured and implemented varies enormously. And so some of these small, for example, places you would think a priori would be just really exposed and vulnerable to climate change, small herder societies and so on, in fact, they're highly adaptive because they are able to readjust the property rights and the practices and so on. And all of Lynn Ostrom's work on common pool resources and so on points to the conclusion that under some circumstances these systems are in fact very, very adaptive. But we don't know how to specify that well enough that we could put it into a model where we could have a whole chain of analysis, starting with the physical sciences and going through all the impacts and the biology and all of this to humans, and be able to characterize the human responses, especially when human responses involve strategic interaction, where humans look at how other humans respond, and then they respond differently to look at that together as a chain.
I have a suggestion about one group you could